Aliah binti Abdul Kadir.
Hi, my name is Hasmida binti Hussin.
Hi, my name is Norsyahferra Irani binti Gani alias Ghani.
My name is Arina binti Idris.
I am Muhammad Fadhil bin Ahmad.
So what is the nervous system? The nervous system with the brain as its center, coordinate and control all bodily activities. For the structure of nervous system, we have two. The first one is the major structure of the nervous system are the nerve, brain, spinal cord and sensory organs. The second is the sensory organs, which are the eyes, ears, nose, skin and tongue. Divisions are divided into two primary parts. The first one is the central nervous system, CNS, include the brain, spinal cord, and the second one is the peripheral nervous system, PNS, include the 12 pairs of cranial nerve extending from the brain and the 31 pairs of the peripheral spinal nerve extending outward from the spinal cord. Do you know what is nerve? Nerve is one or more bundles of neurons that connect the brain and spinal cord with other part of the body. There are 5 parts of nerve. We have ganglion, a nerve center made out of cluster of nerves, cell bodies and outside the central nervous system. And we have innervation, the supply of nerve to a specific body part. And also we have plexus, a network intersecting spinal nerve, and we have receptors site in the sensory organ in the receive external stimulation. And the last one, we have stimulus, anything that excites a nerve and causes an impulse.
Okay, I will explain about the reflexes. Reflexes is an automatic, involuntary act that happen within, inside or outside our body. For example, the changes in the heart rate and also breathing. Next, we go into the neuron. What is neuron? Neuron is basically basic cell of the nervous system. It allows different part of our body to communicate each other. It also carrying impulse throughout the body. We go into the type of neuron. There are 3 types. First is the afferent neurons, also means towards. Its function is to carry impulse from sensory organ toward the brain and also spinal cord. The second type is the connecting neuron. Connecting neuron function to linking the afferent and efferent neurons. And lastly, the efferent neurons means away. Its function is to carry impulse away from the brain and spinal cord towards the muscle and glands. Go into the neurotransmitter. What it is? Neurotransmitter is the chemical substance that carry message to cross from the synapse into the targeted receptor. There are several types of it. For example, acetylcholine released by the synapse in the spinal cord. Function is to influence muscle reaction. Next is dopamine released within the brain. Excess of dopamine can lead to schizophrenia. Next, we have endorphin produced by the brain. The function is to relieve pain. Next, we have norepinephrine. The function of norepinephrine is take the role in the fight or flight reaction. Lastly, we got serotonin. Serotonin released by the brain and play the major role in sleep, hunger and also pleasure.
Glial cell is the support and protection for neuron. The function are to surround neuron and hold them in place, to supply nutrient and oxygen to neuron, to insulate one neuron from another, to destroy and remove that neuron. Myelin sheath is protective covering made up of glial cell. Portion of the nerve fiber that are myelinated are known as white matter. portion of the nerve fiber that are unmyelinated are known as gray matter. Central nervous system made up of brain and spinal cord, two protected externally by the bones of the cranium and the vertebrae of the spinal column. The meninges are the system of membrane that enclose the brain and spinal cord. Consists of three layers of connective tissue, which is the dura mater, the outermost membrane of the meninges. The arachnoid membrane resembles a spider web, is the second layer of the meninges and located between dura mater and pia mater. The pia mater is third layer of meninges, is located nearest of the brain and spinal cord. Cerebrospinal fluid, also known as spinal fluid, is produced by special capillaries within the four vertical located in middle region of the cerebrum. Cerebrospinal fluid is a clear, colorless, and watery fluid. Function of the fluid are cool and cushion this organ from shock or injury, nourish the brain and spinal cord by this transporting nutrient and chemical messenger to this tissue.
There are several brain parts that we need to know. They are cerebrum, thalamus, hypothalamus, cerebellum, and brainstem. Each part of brain plays various important roles in our daily life. Cerebrum, which is the largest and the uppermost part of the brain, consists of 4 lobes. It is responsible for all thought, judgment, memory, and emotion. While thalamus, which is located below the cerebrum, responsible for producing sensations. Next is hypothalamus, which is located below the thalamus, have various regulatory functions as you can see here. Cerebellum, located in the lower back of the cranium below the cerebrum. It produces smooth and coordinated movements, maintain equilibrium, and sustain normal posture. And lastly is the brainstem, located at the base of the brain, which forms the connection between brain and spinal cord. Brainstem consists of midbrain, pons, and medulla oblongata. It controls our breathing, digestion, heart rate, blood pressure, and when we are being awake or alert. Spinal cord contains all nerves that affect the limbs and the lower part of the body, which serves as pathway for impulses traveling to and from the brain.
The peripheral nervous system consists of the 12 pair of cranial nerves that extend from the brain, plus 31 pairs of spinal nerves that extend from the spinal cord. There are 3 types of specialized peripheral nerve transmit signal to and from the central nervous system. They are autonomic, sensory, and somatic nerve fibers. Next, we look at the cranial nerve in the peripheral nerve system. The 12 pair of cranial nerves originate from the undersurface of the brain. Cranial nerves are identified with Roman numerals and are named for the area or function they serve. And for the peripheral spinous nerve, there are 31 pairs that are grouped together and are named based on the region of the body. Autonomic nervous system is organized into 2 divisions, one comprising sympathetic nerve and the other parasympathetic nerve. The function of autonomic nerve system it is to control the involuntary actions of the body, such as the functioning of internal organs, and to maintain homeostasis within the body. Each division balance the activity of the other division. There are 2 of nerve in autonomic nervous system. First, the sympathetic nerve that prepare the body for emergencies and stress by increasing respiratory rate, heart rate, and blood flow to muscles. Second, the parasympathetic nerve. It is return the body to normal after a response to stress.